Well, the scandals continue to swirl around Hillary Clinton as investigators have discovered a subpoena that was issued last fall to the Clinton, a subpoena to the Clinton Foundation. Meanwhile, there's a federal judge that's ordered the State Department to make 4 additional releases of Hillary Clinton's emails between Saturday and the end of February. Captain Harridge, Fox News Chief Intelligence Correspondent, joins me now with the latest. The hits just don't stop coming, but this was a deluge today, Catherine.
Well, there have been a lot of developments in the last 48 hours. In addition, Charles, a U.S. government official confirms to Fox News that more than a dozen email accounts handled the top-secret classified information found on Mrs. Clinton's unsecured server, and there is no evidence that they were authorized to receive it. The official said that the email accounts include not only Mrs. Clinton, but also her closest aides, Cheryl Mills, Huma Abedin, Jake Sullivan, Philippe Reines, as well as State Department Undersecretary for Management Patrick Kennedy. Fox News is pressing the State Department on whether a damage assessment is being done.
As to your broader question about concerns of spillage or leakage, obviously those are concerns we take seriously, and going forward we'll take steps to address those concerns.
The State Department recently confirmed that the messages in question include the most sensitive kind of intelligence. On January 29th, Fox News first reported that some emails on Clinton's server were just too damaging to release in any form, and the State Department subsequently announced that the 22 top-secret emails were being withheld in full, and these were the messages being handled by more than a dozen accounts. A former special operations veteran with 45 years of combined service who worked these special access programs says his current and former colleagues are watching closely.
Their concern was that there appears to be clearly a double standard. Had this happened to someone serving in the government, their clearance would have already been pulled, and they probably would certainly be under investigation. Depending on the level of disclosure, it's entirely possible they could even be in pretrial confinement for that matter.
And on that ruling from the federal judge, they've basically given the State Department until the end of the month to release the remaining 3,700 emails. This group is particularly problematic because many of these emails, we understand, contain intelligence from multiple agencies, and each agency had to review the document and then give their own decision on the classification. I anticipate that we'll go up over 2,000 classified emails by the time this is all over, and the State Department will also have to confirm that there are more beyond the 22 top secret that are just too sensitive to release in any form, Charles.
And how does that impact the investigation? Because apparently if so few people even have access or can look at it, read them, what does that mean? Does it drag this thing out perhaps even beyond November?
Well, that's a great question. If there are 22 top-secret emails that can never be released in any form, and there may well be more that we learn about in the next 2 weeks, they really couldn't be used if there was ever a criminal prosecution brought in this case, because the defendant always has a right to review the evidence against them. But you have now over 1,600 emails containing classified information of a much lesser level that could be admissible in court. And the other important development today was the confirmation from the Clinton Foundation that they were issued a subpoena by the State Department's Inspector General, that's their internal watchdog, over this intersection between government contracts and the fundraising of the Clinton Foundation, specifically this Clinton aide, Huma Abedin. This is interesting to us because you probably recall just about a month ago we first reported here at Fox, based on our ongoing work, that the FBI investigation now had 2 tracks, the classified email track and then also this public corruption track. At the time, Mrs. Clinton dismissed this as sort of irresponsible, unsourced reporting, but even the Washington Post today that broke the subpoena story cited that original work and seemed to cast doubt on her claims at that time, Charles.
Congratulations, Catherine. You've been all over this, and I got to tell you, it is getting worse and worse for Hillary Clinton. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome.